The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket that gets you and a guest into every Q101 event for a year. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Q101.
Well, it's a show that Kenzie was hoping was just one artist because it's too much to type, Beck and Phoenix.
You would just expect a lot from me.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's been like about 10,000 texts this morning. She answers all of them at 312-591-8300. And this is the one, very easy. Unlike last hour, this is a very easy text word. Text loser. Loser. L-O-S-E-R to 312-591-8300. That gets you a chance at Beck and Phoenix. More importantly,
Why'd you look me right in the eye when you said You're like, loser. I'm like, okay.
I don't know where else to look. I could have looked out the window, but loser. Calling somebody on the street a
You're
loser.
looking me in the eye. I feel harassed.
That show's at Northerly Island, by the way. That'll be coming up in a few weeks. But you're also qualified for the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year. Riot Fest to Riot Fest, basically. So you get into those. You get into Lollapalooza. The Pierce DeVille show everybody's talking about at the Aragon. A couple shows sold out. You get Pearl Jam. Are you kidding me? They're not even doing that many in the country. You will be there. So 312-591-8300. Text loser. I didn't look at you. To 312-591-8300. Our friends at Live Nation, of course, helping out huge with this. And, of course, you'll be there with Brian and Kenzie in Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Oh, what a show. Incubus at Q101's Picnic just a few weeks back. And that's a show you'll be at next year if you win the golden ticket by texting loser to 312-591.
Not looser. Not looser.
I said loser.
Loser. Like
Loser.
lame. Not looser than, screw on the wall. You know
Are
what
they
I'm saying?
spelled the same, by the way?
Nope.
Looser. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, there's two
Double
O's.
O.
Nope, just text
Double T, double I, double R. That is the goose from Charlotte's Web. It's one of my really good impressions.
Amazing pull there.
I can actually do two characters from Charlotte's Web.
I'll go ahead and do them.
So that's just my goose. Double T, double I, double R. And then Templeton is, this one says crunchy. That's my Templeton, which is the rat.
Who pulls out Charlotte's Web
I
impersonations?
don't know. I got two Charlotte's Web impersonations and I have almost nothing else. I don't know why.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Text loser to 312-591-8300. That's your chance at Beck and Phoenix. And also the golden ticket, which is everything Q101 does for an entire year from Riot Fest to Riot Fest. Now, you will need some money if you want to buy this house in Elgin that just came on the market.
I want it.
So it's this Victorian house. Kenzie sent a link to me in case about it. It's only been for sale once before in 40 years?
Yeah. Like they're doing news stories about it. Is that just any regular schmegula house?
When was Elgin founded?
Jesus, what do I look like, the mayor?
I don't know. Well, if it was that long, was this the first house in Elgin?
Probably one of them. Okay, guys, I got to Google this.
I can do that while you talk about the house if you want.
So, no, I love, old school things. And this house is, seriously old school Victorian. It's, 8 bedrooms. There's a fireplace in every room. Yes, it needs updates. The bathrooms have not been touched, obviously, ever. That needs to be upgraded.
Yeah.
The furniture is very old school. I think it was passed down from family to family for 140 years. So we could update that. But the beautiful grand staircase when you walk in, I just want to feel like an old Hollywood ghost. I want to walk around in a long robe and I want to haunt people. And no, because my favorite Nancy Drew game was the one that was in that old school Victorian haunted mansion. I used to play that computer game. And I just love that.
So I got an update for you.
What?
The house was built in 1889. Elgin was founded in 1854.
So there you go.
About 30 years, Elgin was a city, and then this house was built.
It's an OG.
Yeah, it's an OG house.
Yeah.
Now, why can you have this house, but I couldn't have the moldy water house that was under foreclosure? You made fun of me for wanting to buy that house.
Your mold mansion?
You don't think this thing has mold? It's
No.
from 1889.
No, because they would have had to put that information in there.
Maybe they just want to get. Somebody wants to, get a Victorian home. I think there's probably some problem somewhere hidden. That's all I'm saying.
Why?
Because it's an old house.
It's a historic mansion. I want it so bad.
Well, if you live in that area like Kenzie does, it's 214 South State Street, built by Dr. Ora Pelton, and his family's had it since 1955. Before that, it was owned
Spooky.
by the original people, the original family.
Just imagine that house at Halloween.
I know. That's what I'm hoping you buy that and just make it into a public haunted house.
I want it so bad.
Well, it's only $650,000. That's it. That's not bad.
It's actually for a historic home with like 8 bedrooms. I think it's 8 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms.
Yup.
That's nice. It's not a small. Geez, you get a 2-bedroom in Chicago for $580.
Good Lord. No kidding.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
It's funny when you see these houses for sale like this and you just go, well, yeah, why not? And then you think of what you might, like I said, you might have to work on it, like the foreclosure house that I went after, the mold house.
Your mold mansion.
God, I'm still upset I didn't buy that house.
Really?
I didn't make a.
Can you buy this one so I can see it
Sure,
on the inside?
Sure. Little Harper rolling around
Oh
a
my
haunted
God,
house.
we could carpool to work.
You know what?
That would be good.
Can someone else buy it?
I would not be late anymore.
That's true. You might be on time. It'd be great. Well, you can see it up there. Again, this 19th century Victorian home that's for sale in Elgin. Second time in history. Someone buy it so we can have a Q101 Brian and Kenzie haunted house in it.
It'd be so fun.
It would be great. I'm all in
I
on
want
it.
to sell our house in Elgin so bad and buy this one.
I want you to talk to your husband about that later.
No, I have. We're not on the same page, unfortunately.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Maybe Billy Corrigan would buy it for you. Text him. He's got like $50 million.
Oh, I will text Billy.
That's your boy.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, if you missed the key word at 9 o'clock, loser. 312-591-8300. Text that, LOSER. That's a chance to win Beck and Phoenix at Northerly Island. What a show that's going to be. Friends at Live Nation helped hook that up. Plus, you're qualified for the golden ticket. Everything Q101 does for an entire year. Think about the savings. Think about the time you go to get tickets. Think about all the things you do to go get entertainment, and it's all taken care of from Q101.
Okay, so I think we should have rethought the keyword.
Oh, boy, what's going on?
Because people think a lot of people text in like, I missed it. Can you help me? And I always, as long as it's past the time, I always text them. I want everyone to have a chance.
Sure.
So I'm like, it's text loser. And I think people think I'm making fun of them because they missed the keyword. Like, you sucked. I'm like, no, that was the keyword.
Oh, man.
We should have rethought that.
Well, Beck has a great song called Loser.
We could have done Beck.
I know, we could have done Beck. We could have done all kinds of things. But the word is loser. Text that right now to 312-591-8300 for your chance to win. It's Q101 with Brian and Kenzie.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Q101 with a full house here at the end. Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and Lauren's here, of course, to take you through the rest of the day, which means more chances at the golden ticket.
Woohoo!
You know what you got coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, what tickets your qualifying prize is?
I do.
Yes?
You're going to find out
Oh,
at 10 o'clock.
you don't have to tease that part.
I have a deeper question.
What's that?
Okay, so Bob and Mike from the Double Features are here.
The double features who do the opening intro music to Brian and Kenzie. Ahoy, guys.
Famous all over Chicagoland
Yes, they
and
are.
Northwest Indiana.
Yep.
When you refer to one of them, is it just a feature? Because they're singular. I'm saying, hey, Bob, here's your headphones. It's double feature. No, it's single, right?
Well, I don't picture them ever. Like, I picture they live in a house together.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think they're twins. If you don't follow them on Instagram, make sure you do that. They make incredible music, and they perform around. You guys are from the Northwest region, right? Indiana area?
Yep, Valparaiso.
Yeah. And they're in town for the Ghost Show tonight.
Yep.
And so they stopped by the studio, which is great and wonderful.
Okay,
double feature. But one of you is
I
a
don't know.
feature.
Would you call a singular person from the Red Hot Chili Peppers a chili pepper?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
We have a single member of a chili pepper.
Yeah, but we're
You are a
conjoined.
chili
so-
pepper.
Yeah. Siamese twins.
Yep.
Stop.
we are from Sima.
There it
It's a little town outside of Hobart. Yeah, it's a little town over there. Well, thanks, guys, for coming in. We do the takeaways here. So 312-591-8300. People text in takeaways like Angel says, Brian hates Robert Smith and The Cure and steals medicine from diabetics. That's Jenny from Valpo
We've
also.
had like 700 takeaways that say Brian hates The Cure.
You really let
He
us all
doesn't
down.
think that we should play them. He doesn't think they should perform anymore. he's really anti the cure, which is like, okay, kind of a hot take.
Yeah, why?
If you want to know the real story there, go back to the podcast and check it out there.
He thinks they're fake. Tony also says that Brian needs to stop calling Kenzie a whore.
Tony, thank you, but no. I will continue.
God, perfect. It's a great work environment.
Let's see here. Joe texted in, Brian's going to get us $1,000 for wasting our time watching The Blind Side. That's a fact. I'm going to work on this with a lawyer after the show. We're going to get a class action
You
suit.
are not going to do anything. You're going to take a nap after the show. You talk about it every day.
I am so going to eat a sandwich and take a
It's
nap
so
here in a few
annoying.
minutes. I don't care. Whichever double feature wants to check in here. Did I say that appropriately? Whichever double feature has a takeaway live in studio for the show.
Okay, I will say, no matter what Kenzie texts you, you're not a loser.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Very
I don't
nice.
pick the keywords.
All right, you miss a moment, miss a lot. Go to the podcast, Q101.com. Check it out. Thanks, guys.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.